Hey guys, I have another little project here for the X-MAXX, and it's to install this Team Associated XP LED roof lighting kit number 29268. And obviously you can see this is a 6 canister setup. Again, like before, if you've probably seen the previous video, I'm going to have it along the top here on the roof. So you get your screw bag, your instruction sheet, obviously the lights themselves, some little cable ties, obviously the canisters, they will pop out of this sort of plastic moulding here. Let's follow this thing through and start it all off. We're going to be using a speed pack battery 2-cell LiPo to power the lighting system. Obviously you can power it from the receiver as well, but I've gone ahead and cut that off. We're not actually interested in using that in the X-MAXX, and the reason for that is because there's such a lot of distance from the roof of the body to the actual receiver inside the unit itself. It's quite a way, and obviously taking the shell off as a unit is quite difficult to detach that cable anyway, because it's obviously in a sealed waterproof box. So let's get an idea of how bright these bulbs are first of all with a 2-cell, and we'll judge from there whether that is obviously bright enough. I would have thought it will be. Let's have a little look and see. So red to red, black to black. Whoa, they are bright. Okay, so as you can see, they are bright. They will be perfect as they are. You can see it lighting up the curtains, the desk, everything around us. Obviously the lens flare there. That'd be brilliant on the top of the truck. So looking at the instruction manual here, it does look really easy to assemble this. And when you're done, you'll be left with just the frames. So actually all this is just rubbish. We don't actually need it. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the light bar along the top here. And yeah, it's just going to sit on top of here. We're going to feed it through into the body. Obviously store the battery inside. Wire it all through, tidy it up, make it look neat. And obviously that'll be the project done. So let's go ahead and start building this now then. So obviously we've got a lot of parts here. The front frame, the frame mounts to stick it to the body, and obviously then the retaining sort of unit here that obviously you screw to this to hold the lights between it. So this is how we need to build it. The screws are actually laid out exactly as it's going to be. Okay, so we put the little plastic lens on the top there, and then we have to super glue this in place so it doesn't move about. So put a little bit of glue on the outside here. And once you've got some glue on it, get your cover and just put that on top. And that is you done. And the last one here. So they say to use model glue for this, but super glue will be just fine. To hold this in place. Simple as that. Okay, so that's all 6 of the canisters actually super glued ready. Now we can feed the wires in and put the retaining clip in. Okay, so I'm pushing the canisters into this little retainer here, one at a time. Pushing them in like that. So actually I'll actually give you 2 spare canisters as well, which is pretty good in case any of these, you know, break I guess or get damaged in time. There they are, ready to go. Let's wire the lights in, super glue them in place. Okay, so I'm going to put some super glue on the light all around it basically, and stick it in the hole. Stick it in the hole. That's what she said. Three down, 3 to go. Right guys, so there we have it. All 6 canister lights are now super glued and fastened in place. They're actually well and truly stuck in there. We've obviously done the lenses, the covers, and obviously pushed those in. We haven't screwed them in just yet. We'll do that shortly. We'll give this glue a little bit of time to set. As you can see, there's screws to put on the back of that. Alright, next step then is to screw all of the screws back into the canisters. Now I've waited a bit of time for the glue to dry, just to hold the canisters in place so they don't go running away from us. Okay, so as you can see, all of those screws are actually now in the back of this. So they're all in, all 6. They're holding those canisters in place. So let's go ahead and join it to the front piece here. Okay, so it goes this way round. We bring this in here and it matches up with that. So let's put the screws in to hold this in place. So okay, 2 down, 1 to go. Right, so now that's all wired through, all the screws are in. Should we go ahead and see how this thing's going to look when it's powered by a LiPo? Let's have a look, shall we? Sort of setup ready. Wow. Wow, look at that, that's cool. Really, really cool. I like that. Really bright, looks brilliant. Actually can't wait to get this on the truck and see how it looks. So I've made a hole on the top here. I'm just going to feed these cables through and obviously tape them on the inside with some Gorilla tape to hold them. Okay, can we make it? There's 1 through. Yay, there's 2. So what we'll do is we'll get some tape. We'll tape that down so it can't move. We'll probably tidy these up at the back as well to make them a bit smarter. Okay, so with the paper guide that comes with it, I've actually created the holes on the roof here. You can see where the old roof bar holes were. It'll sit there perfectly, just like we want it to. So I'm just screwing the inside of this on now. Okay, and so far that's how it looks on the inside then. So we've got the 2 screws holding it on the roof. And on the roof here, there is the light bar. We're just going to tilt this forward now and then screw that in place where we want it to be. So probably about there actually. So we're just taping that in to secure that so it can't get damaged. Obviously I'll tape this as well. Wow, look at that. It's cool, doesn't it, so far? Let's go and fasten the battery in and we're just about done. Cool guys, so this is what I've done on the inside of the shell here. A piece of tape holding down the main cable coming through, bundled up the cabling, obviously tied that down and obviously then stuck it down with tape again, Gorilla tape. We've then got the battery connector in here. It's obviously taped down at the moment. If I want to just disconnect the battery temporarily, I can obviously pull that off and obviously disconnect the battery. Obviously the cable ties are here to secure the battery in place, so it's a LiPo in there. And if we turn it over, this is how it's looking. So let's get this thing on the truck and see how we're looking. So let's go and put this back on the X-MAXX now. So that's how we're doing. Looking quite tidy actually. I know this is probably going to be quite prone to snapping off like the original one was, but I do enjoy these projects. They're actually quite cool to, you know, like experiment with and have a little play about with, and it makes cool footage as well. So that's how it looks. Very, very bright LEDs on 7 volts. I would have thought these are rated up to 9. So obviously a 9-volt battery. But absolutely, I am quite impressed with that. It looks brilliant. I'm very happy with how this project's gone, and I'm sure you'll agree. Awesome, look at that. It's actually really bright. Quite happy with that. That's from the back. Cool. And the part numbers obviously were 29268 if you want to take a look at that project yourself and give it a go. Stay tuned for the following videos when I attempt to break it off. Cheers for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm Jake Billin. Thanks a lot. See you later.